Watch me transform this hair from frizzy to ultra silky. This is the ultimate silk press specifically for type 3 hair, but this will work for any single hair texture. The reason I'm specifying type 3 hair, by the way, I'm doing this on my sister. These are all the products we used, and I will link everything that was used off camera in the description box if you are interested. But I figured, let me do a video where I break down some of the important things about how to flat iron type 3 hair, because it seems like it's easy just because the hair is naturally silkier, but a lot of times a lot of people that I know personally and not personally struggle with having really frizzy results when they do a silk press, or the results only last for a day. So I started by using a little bit of Amika leave-in conditioner only on the center of her head because she does have a rough patch in that area. Then I went ahead and used the Color Wow. I'm now doing this in sections. So I part the hair in 4 sections. I use a generous amount of the Color Wow spray because that is the #1 frizz fighting product, and it truly works if you know how to use it correctly. I then went in with a liquid leave-in from L'Oreal, which is a very good alternative to the Pureology leave-in. And I'm just brushing that through with my Paul Mitchell paddle brush. And then I'm putting the hair in a Bantu knot so that I can do the exact same thing I did to this section to every other section, so that it has time to sort of sit and absorb into the hair. And I think that putting the hair in any kind of twist or Bantu knot kind of adds a little bit of tension and forces the product to go into the hair shaft better. So if you're wondering, that's why I like to keep the hair in those Bantu knots. Like I said, these tips will work on type 4 hair, type 2 hair, but if you have type 3 hair and you've been failing to get a silk press that comes out this silky, this video is for you. And if you want to see a type 4 silk press, I have type 4 hair and I will be uploading my own silk press very soon. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't. So as you can see, we are chatting because this is my sister and we have our friend over who's watching TV. And now it's over to the blow dry. Now this part is extremely important simply because if your blow dry is not good, your entire silk press will not be good. And I'm going to tell you now, if you're done with the blow dry and it feels like your hair doesn't look good, just wear your hair in a blown out state and then try again the next week. So what you're seeing me doing here is using the tension method. I get the hair to about 70% dry while just holding it with my hands, and then I go in with the brush and I'm starting off by straightening out the ends, and then I go ahead and do the whole hair shaft. And to create tension, I sort of flip the paddle brush over. That just adds a little bit more tension because for the Color Wow to work, you need more tension. And look at those results. Years ago, when we just started doing silk presses, the blown out state, that was the result we would get out of like the best silk press. So you want your blown out state to be super silky and flowy and to look like 50% of the silk press is already done. And I highly suggest using a really good paddle brush and a professional blow dryer. I use this GHD one. It is my favorite professional dryer. I know the Dyson is amazing as well. I want it simply because I want a Dyson, but it's really unnecessary because this blow dryer really does the job for me. Just find a blow dryer that works well for you. And in my opinion, using a concentration nozzle really works. And if you're wondering, I'm using it on the highest heat and the highest pressure. Using it on a lower heat for me makes no difference because all it does is make me blow dry the hair for a longer time, and it doesn't give me a smooth enough result quick enough, which means I'm adding even more heat to the hair. So this method just works best. And as you can see, the exact same approach I take when I'm putting products on the hair is the approach I take after I blow dry each section. I like to put the hair in Bantu knots because it just lets those products marinate even more and the hair just comes out so much better. So we blow dried the hair on one day and then she stayed over at my house, so she went to bed, and this is the next morning. And as you can see, it looks kind of like an old silk press, which is what you want your blow dry to look like. So now we're going in with some heat protectant, which is extremely important because not only does it prevent heat damage, protect your hair from the heat, but it also helps make the hair look nice and sleek and shiny and really add the silk into the silk press. The one I've been loving lately is this one from Amika, the Heat Defense, and it's the one I used on her hair today. Like I said, all the products I'm using in this video will be listed in the description box below. And for the silk press portion, again, I am working in 4 sections because I just think for some reason this just works the best. Now, whether you have type 3 hair, maybe only if you have type 1 hair, I think everyone should be using the chase method because it makes a big difference. So this is what I'm doing in real time. I'm using the Babyliss Pro Nano Titanium and I'm using it on the 410 heat setting. Her hair doesn't need anything higher than this because she has medium density, medium thickness hair, and this is perfect. There is no need to go up to the highest heat because it will just cause unnecessary heat damage and it won't make the hair any sleeker. So if you're wondering how I pass the flat iron, I do 2 passes at the roots, and as you can see, it's a little bit sped up now, but I do 2 passes at the roots and then 1 slow pass down the hair shaft. I prefer to use a hairbrush, but you can use a rat tail comb as well. I just don't like rat tail combs for this. I just don't think it works as well as a brush, but again, use what you feel comfortable with. Now let's get into some of the issues with why I think type 3 hair is harder to get great in a silk press. One, we as people who are looking on who don't have type 3 hair and people that do have type 3 hair are under the illusion that their hair is easier to silk press because the natural texture of the hair is silkier. The issue is if you don't do something like the chase method, your hair will come out really, really frizzy because the curls are still really defined and they're fighting to reform. And look how silky that 1 section came out. This is what you want the hair to look like. You want it to have body, you want it to flow. And if you're wondering, I only used 1 pump per half side, so 2 pumps for her entire head of the serum, which is a heat protectant serum, because using too much product is not going to tame your curls. It's just going to make your hair stickier, and it can even induce heat damage because the product is too heavy. And if you're looking at the steam that's coming off the hair, it is not smoke, it is just steam because there is product in our hair. Also, there's a light facing the camera, so it is highlighting that smoke, so don't worry about that. Next thing is you want to make sure that you deep condition your hair really, really well because the number one culprit to your hair reverting quickly is having dry hair. So you may get results that are very similar to this on the first day of your silk press, and then 1 or 2 days later your hair is so frizzy it looks like you just blow dried it. It's probably because you didn't deep condition properly, so your hair is really dry and it is looking for moisture in the air and then it is absorbing it into the hair shaft and then your hair just becomes a frizz ball. This silk press lasts on my sister for 2 to 3 weeks or until she's ready to wash it and it's still in perfect condition. The only part that reverts is close to her edges if she's washing her face and a little bit of water gets there or if she does a really hard workout, but it lasts a really, really long time. Another thing that I advise is to always do some kind of a bonding treatment just to maintain the strength and health of the hair because healthy hair always looks best. She used the red can on this day. And as you can see, we are done with this side of the silk press. And my personal preference is to do the edges by themselves, especially if you do have a lot of baby hairs like my sister does. And here is just a little test of our trust. This is what's going to tell you that I've been doing her hair for a really long time. The way you can tell that someone trusts their stylist, even though I'm not an official stylist, is if they don't flinch when you put a hot, very hot flat iron right next to their face. You notice that the entire time her eyes are just closed, but she doesn't flinch. That's how you know that you can get the flat iron as close to the scalp as possible without burning it. So I like to do the edges in really, really small sections and I focus the heat right on the root of the hair and then I just like quickly pass the flat iron so that it has an even look. And this is how I get the hairline to look perfect and it looks like you used a relaxer or a keratin treatment of some sort. Now, once you get to this point, you'll notice that the other side is not yet done, but everything I did on this side, I went ahead and did on the other side. And look how silky and shiny and flowy her hair is. Now, as you can see, she has very, very minimal split ends because we gave her a good cut the last time we did a silk press. So we are just doing a really, really light dusting on the ends. And this is another thing that will ensure that your silk press lasts, doesn't revert, and looks amazing. If you have bad split ends or just damaged ends, it can ruin your entire silk press because it's going to make the hair start to revert more. And if the ends of your hair look frizzy, all of your hair somehow looks frizzy. So that was the end of the trim for the back. And then in the front, we always trim it a little bit differently because she does have a few framing layers. And so we just kind of touch up on those because it just really adds to the look. This is what her hair looked like before we finished it off. And in my opinion, the best way to finish off any silk press to just add to the silkiness of the silk press is to add some curls. I don't know if it's just me. I love a bone straight look, but usually the curls will drop eventually and you get that look. So just throw in a curl. So now I'm using the same flat iron because it's also great for curling hair. And for the curling portion, I'm using it on 380 degrees because her hair is already straight. It is already silky. We're not really trying to make it any smoother. So we are just aiming at getting a curl. Sometimes we do just a little bit more of a bump, but on this day, we really wanted the hair to look shiny and voluminous and layered, even though, as you can see, she barely has any layers. The curls will really give you that really good layered effect, and it just adds a little extra silkiness to the ends of your hair to give you that, like, this is, I have type 1 natural hair and I just passed a flat iron through. So this is what it looks like. And to finish the hair off, this is another thing I think is where people go really wrong or really right. That is a different shine oil from Amika, and it is a finishing oil. It is very lightweight. I used one pump for her entire head, and I made sure that I mixed it up between my palms extremely well so there were no wet spots. I focused it on the ends, and then I'm running it through her hair, and then any leftover, you will see me twist her hair up together and then just work in all the little bits right at the ends of the hair again, because that's the oldest and driest part of the hair. And now I'm just combing through the hair with a wide tooth comb, and this is my favorite part to watch when I'm watching silk press videos because the hair is just so nice and flowy and pretty. Let me know if this silk press tutorial finally helped you if you've been struggling with a good silk press. Let me know what you'd like to see next, and subscribe if you'd like to see this exact same type of a silk press on type 4 hair. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!